What's up, my beautiful friends? Today we're going to be talking about Vogue's 7 recommended trends for 2022 and what you should know about them. Alright, let's kick off. First and foremost, I want to thank the writers of Vogue for putting this out because I was looking for somebody's hair that I really liked this week and I could not find anyone. So instead, we're going to talk about the all-important what's coming up for 2022 and what you should do about it. So the first trend is a next level haircut. Next level haircut, basically they're breaking it down and they're saying that a really nice fancy haircut should be on your radar for 2022 because of the versatility that it implies for you. I totally agree. I'm a hair cutter at heart, and having a great haircut makes all of your different styling options that much easier. Remember to talk to your stylist about what ways you like to wear your hair because that's super important. If you don't tell your stylist what you like to do to your hair, we're not going to be able to come in and customize it to you. And I want to customize it to my client. I want them to be able to wear it curly and straight, or blown out and curled, or whatever ways they like to wear their hair. I need to know how you do that so that I can customize an amazing haircut for you. So totally agree on this one. Second is the bob that's going nowhere. Second one is the bob that's going nowhere. So I definitely think that for 2022, we're going to see a lot of short hair. We're going to see a lot of people rocking bobs, and I'm really happy about that. I love bobs. I think that they work really well on a lot of different face shapes as long as they're customized to the client, but specifically the square bob that we're seeing here in this photo. This is going to be one of the biggest haircuts for 2022, especially since we've got so many people that still have really long hair from the quarantines and the lockdowns and all that BS. And I know that people are going to be looking for a change. We're going to be getting out a lot more in 2022. We're going to be seeing our friends and family. And for a lot of us, we just need a refresh in our style. I've got mine planned. It's not a bob, secret's out. But check out the video I put out on the modern bob just last week, and you'll be able to see that. It's going to give you all the information you need to know about how to choose a bob for yourself, what face shapes should, what face shape shouldn't, and all of the information about styling and texturizing that you need to know to pick out the perfect bob for you. Next is the Knotless Box Braids. I'm not going to lie, I don't do a ton of African American hair, but I do have stylists that do, and I love these protective styles. Not only are they beautiful, especially on this model right here, but they're versatile. They protect the hair so that it can grow out and it can be healthy, and they provide a really interesting look that just not everybody can achieve. Then we have the Glossy blow dries. So we've seen so much of this beachy wave hair over the past couple of years, and this is kind of a counterpoint to that. We're going back to pretty hair, blown out hair, where it's got a really shiny, nice finish on it. And that, I think, will be really popular next year. The reason being is just because we've seen these matte finish textures for so long, and they only work really well on fine to medium hair, whereas pretty much anybody can get a big glossy blowout that doesn't have the finest, straightest hair texture, and it'll look amazing on them. It'll be bouncy, it'll be full of life, it'll go really well with shag haircuts, which would still be assuming are going to be popular next year for some markets, and it just does great with layered long hair. And even with medium length hair, the glossy blow dry is always a popular option in my salon. Next up is the expensive finish, which I think goes hand in hand with the big glossy blowout. The expensive finish really is a way of adding shine and luster to pretty much any style. So even if you're used to doing beach waves, this is going to be a great way to change it up without changing it up, because it's going to allow you to have a different finish on your hair, which can make it look like a completely different style, even if your styling method is the same. So consider adding shine products to your regimen at home. So we don't have a photo for the accessories galore, but I'm sure you've all seen the clips, the claw clamps, the berets, the scrunchies. All of that stuff should stay in popularity for 2022. It's a great way to dress up a look or dress down a look depending on the accessory that you select. Make sure that you're matching your colors and that you're thinking about how that's going to go with your overall outfit. But everyone should have a decent wardrobe of nice quality hair accessories coming into the new year. And then we have curl ready hairstyles. Curl ready hairstyles are natural textures that are expanded to fulfill what they can do. I love cutting curly hair, especially really curly hair, because you get such large shapes. And since we spent the latter half of 2021 getting into a 70s vibe for a lot of people, the natural hair texture obviously just goes hand in hand with that. We want to see big shapes, we want to see curly shapes, we want to see wild shapes. I definitely see this, especially for people with naturally curly hair, being a trend that continues all the way through 2022. Something to note that's exciting is that since a lot of people in the industry have embrace natural texture for their clients, we're seeing a lot more skill coming out of the general hairstylist space. For a long time, it was a specialty, and now it's going to be widely distributed, the talent across geographic zones and across the world, which I'm looking forward to because I like to see people learn new things, and cutting natural shapes is really, really important for those clients that want to wear those textures. So that's all for the 7 Vogue hair trends of 2022. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel because it helps me know that you guys are digging this content. And also stay tuned for following videos when somebody comes out with some hair that I really like. Okay, so let's do the verse of the day. The verse of the day is Proverbs 21:21. Whoever pursues righteousness and love finds life, prosperity, and honor. Now, I love the book of Proverbs. It's probably one of my favorites because if I ever need a quick piece of wisdom, I go straight to the Proverbs because there's so much there. So we see that if you're pursuing righteousness and love, you're doing the right thing and you're treating people the way that you would want to be treated, you're treating them in love, you are going to find life, prosperity, and honor. So to me, this just reminds me that how I act and how I treat people is going to reflect the outcome of my life. I believe that God blesses those who bless others and watch over people, which is why I do these videos, because I want to bless you guys with some hair knowledge. And in an industry that has a tendency to be chaotic and cause people to self-deprecate a lot, I want to be here to bless you and say that your natural beauty, whatever God has given you, is enough. That you can enhance it and work with it, and you can be as beautiful as you possibly can be, and people will see that, the inside and the outside of you. So remember, if you want life, prosperity, and honor, just treat people well. And coming up this year, we're going to have an election. It's going to be crazy, and people are going to be full of hatred for each other. We don't have to do that. We can love each other the same the whole way through. Even if our views differ, even if that we don't like what somebody thinks necessarily, that doesn't mean we don't have to not love the person. And that if we do love the person, we are going to be treated to these blessings. But that's all for me. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. And I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. Peace.